Hi, James from engVid. Let me put this down for a second because I want to start our lesson on phrasal verbs. I'm going to teach you how to use the preposition in order to understand the complete meaning of the phrasal verb. Ready? Let's go to the board. What you doing? You're going down. Down, that seems to be a direction. And that's the direction we're heading in. You ready? There are two ways to teach phrasal verbs. Both, in my mind, are valid. It's just up to you. Some teachers prefer to teach you, one phrasal verb like turn up, turn down, turn on, and use all of the verbs with the prepositions. I prefer to reverse it. Each is valid. For me, this is sort of a shorthand. If you understand what the preposition means, it's easier to put a verb with it and visualize in my mind than it is to teach each separate one. Each separate one has many meanings and can take a longer time to learn. This way, I think you can learn faster by yourself because most of you are studying by yourself. So, are you ready? Let's go to the board. This is sort of a mind map. It's a little cheap one, but still gives you the idea, where I've spread out the ideas for down. There are phrasal verbs here, but what I'm focusing more on is the actual preposition. So let's take a look at it. Down. Down has essentially four meanings. One is a downward movement. You know what that is, right? To go down. Another is a decreasing motion. Similar to down. I can go down the stairs or down in an elevator, but it doesn't mean I'm decreasing. But if a price goes from $1 to 50 cents, not only has it moved down, there's a decrease in how much you pay. Okay? Stopping. You're probably thinking, down means, well, to go down and decrease. But think about it. Once you go to the very bottom, or you've decreased to zero, it stops, right? There's no more movement to happen. And finally, when you can no longer go anywhere, it is now at the end, right? So you stop the movement, and when you can go no more, you're ended. So if you look at this, they all make sense. They're just different ways of looking at it. To go down means a decrease, which means you'll eventually stop and you will reach the end. Why am I explaining this to you? Because that's how we as English speakers think. This is what goes in the back of our head that you cannot see. So when you hear things like cars breaking down, you can't see or understand why we said it. But these four things are going on in our head and we can see how they're interrelated. So let's start with the first one, downward movement. Sit down. Well, you take your tuchus or your bum. Okay, if you can't see it, it's that thing here. It's getting big on me, so I gotta watch it. Maybe you can see it. Okay, and you move in a downward motion. You sit down. Okay, prices came down. Well, the price was here and it moved down. So there's actually a movement. We're really concentrating on the movement of what we're talking about. Okay, we're not even, because sitting down, there's no less of me, right? There's no decrease of me, but my motion is to go down, down, down. But there's still the same amount of James. When we say prices came down, we say there's a movement in the prices. They've gone from higher to lower, which leads me to the next one. But not only did the prices go from higher to lower, there is a decrease in the price, right? Now we use this, you'll see decrease mostly with volume and lights. You'll see something like turn down the lights. I want less light, okay? It's not necessarily a movement that's happening, but we're saying we want less of something, not more. Or turn down the volume. If you're listening to television, oh, my voice right now, the volume has been turned down. See? With the volume down, you don't hear me as much. There's less of me. Cool? All right. So we've gone from movement down to decrease. How do we go to stopping? Well, let's move across. If you move down and you continually decrease, eventually you have to stop. Okay? Now, we talk about down as in things stopping or not working. For instance, the car keeps breaking down, it keeps stopping. It keeps working. It stops working. Okay? So the car isn't working, and then it works again, and then it stops working again. It's not finished, because we say it's breaking down. We didn't say it's broken completely. Okay? So it means something stops. This is an interesting one. If you've ever had a conversation with someone and somebody raises their voice and talks loud and they try to talk over you, okay, what they're trying to do is stop you from talking because they talk louder than you do. Because they think if I'm loud enough, they'll stop and they'll let me speak. And we say something like shouting down. This happens if you love to watch politics all the time. Mr. Speaker, oh, the government! And he starts really loud. And he's, Mr. Speaker, he won't let me speak. He's trying to stop me from speaking. And that's what we're saying. We're shouting you down. If I shout loud enough, that will stop you from speaking. Okay? Now, if you're stopped long enough and you don't move any further, we say, guess what? You've come to an end. An end, yeah, there's no more. There's no movement downward. There is a complete decrease. You've stopped for a while. So now we say you're at the end. Well, what does that mean? I'll give you an example. Ending here when we close down the store. It's not just stopping the store, because you say close the store, we go home, we come back the next day. When you close down the store, no more. There was a store in Toronto called the Eaton's store. They closed it down. There's an Eaton Center, but if you go inside, you will not find Eaton's store. It's closed down. They'll even say, we closed that down 5 years ago. It's ended. There is no more. Okay? I think they did the same to Twinkies. But that stuff lasts forever. I don't know. Now, sometimes governments do bad things. You might know Bill Clinton. Yes. George Bush. Anyway, these guys did things that could bring down a government, which means bring a government to an end. Because the government might be in power and doing very well, but they do something, or one person in the government does something badly, and the whole government is brought down. It comes to an end. The people say, we want an election and we want you gone, Mr. Harper. We want you gone. This has happened in many times. In 2008, some governments were brought down because of the economic crises. Or, sorry, Mr. Clinton, you did a good job, but because of the Monica Lewinsky scandal in America, that almost brought down the US government. Yeah, so I think I've written down everything. You can figure out which one that is. So if we've got all these, I think we should do a quick quiz, right? Because if I've done my job correctly, okay, you will be able to remember downward, decrease, ending, and stopping, how they work together, and answer my simple quiz. Are you ready? Let's do the quiz. Ready? Let's do the quiz, okay? I'm sure you learned what the 4 things were, right? Change in movement, decrease, stopping, and ending. But let's quiz you on it. Corruption brought down the government. Dun, dun, dun. Would that be ended or decreased? Ended is correct. There's not going to be less government. There will be no government. The government will be brought to an end. Okay? Let's try number 2. There's a star here, a little purpley star. That means this is very special, so you better be careful on the answer. Okay? It's going to be tricky. The prices came down after Christmas was over. Is that moved down or decreased? That's right, both. Remember we talked before, the prices came down, so they did move down, but also they can be decreasing. This is one of the cases where it basically almost means the same thing, right? You know there's less price, or they've gone down. Very similar, right? This is where the confusion comes with English, because this happens often, but sometimes it's very, very, very specific, so be careful, all right? Let's go for the third one. My favorite store closed down. And it's not Eaton's, it was Grey Region. Bye, Mikey. I miss you. Okay, my favorite store closed down last year. Actually, more like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but who cares? So would that be ended or moved down? That's right. Remember we said closed down? Similar to the government. In this case, closed down means the store is ended. I can never go there again. It doesn't exist. In fact, I think there's a pizza place there now. Delicious pizza. And finally, the car keeps breaking down. I tried to help you here. And the word I helped you with was this one. Yes, keeps means continues. That means stopping. It's not decreasing. I'm not getting a smaller and smaller car, but it's stopping and stopping and stopping. And it continues to do this because the car is in bad condition, which is true. I've spent thousands of dollars on a car that's only worth $1,000. Anyway, listen, I would like you to go do the actual quiz at engVid, which is at www.ing, and is English, vid as in video.com. And as always, thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because there's a button here, here, and here, somewhere in your world. Ciao.